Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Freedom Friday here on the Hot Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, the Hot Patriot, and for today's episode, we are going to talk about ex-state rep and complete Democrat gun-grabbing, baby-killing, tyrant sack of shit, Brigid Kelly, and her untimely passing. I say untimely because she was literally 41 years old. She apparently had been battling cancer for the past 2 years, which, given her stance on a bunch of stuff in the state and given her authoritarian nature when she was in the General Assembly, to try to shame people who, from the opposite party who didn't want to do the fucking mask mandate bullshit because it was just not because it was only a fucking mandate. It wasn't a fucking law. It couldn't be law, et cetera, et cetera. And, was all about pushing the on people, which probably ultimately is what led to her untimely passing, would be my guess. So, but, yeah, needless to say, it's interesting. But yeah, apparently, I guess she became a county auditor in the last election cycle or something, because what's interesting is the picture they used of her, too, is not really an indication of what she really looked like, because I saw some other photos of this woman, and dude, like, she looked like a fucking human shark, honestly. She looked kind of like Gretchen Whitmer's, like, kin, if we're going to be serious with ourselves right now, dude. So, but yeah, going to this article here we got. I will give her one thing, though, by the way, is unlike other Democrats, whether it be, Elijah Cummings or John Lewis or any of these other people like that were in Congress and stuff, at least Brigid Kelly had the wherewithal to understand that she was not long for this world and was like, hey, I'm not going to be another piece of shit Democrat that just dies in office. She literally resigned like a week before her death is what it was. Not even a week before her death, actually. So, yeah, it says Ohio politician Brigid Kelly dies of cancer less than a week after resigning from office. So, Ohio politician died of cancer this week after resigning from office to focus on her health. On March 20th, Brigid Kelly resigned from her role as auditor of Hamilton County, which is in Cincinnati. Covers Cincinnati and some northern suburbs. She also served in Ohio's House of Representatives as a Democrat from 2016 to 2023. Yeah, she's a piece of shit entirely, dude. She was one of the many people in this state who put their name to legislation after the Dayton Massacre, the preventable tragedy, by the way, that was Dayton Massacre. The Antifa created, BLM created, leftist terrorism created tragedy that was the Dayton Massacre. But yet, 3 days later, Brigid Kelly and every other Democrat in the state put their names to legislation to create red flag laws in Ohio, universal background checks, magazine bans, safe storage, horse shit, etc., etc. Like, every plethora of thing you can think about that was gun control, they literally tried to shove through the next Wednesday after that massacre, which was a Sunday morning. It was probably the most disgusting display I have ever personally seen of any elected official in this or any other state. Not to mention the fact that it's a complete oath breaking. It was them completely breaking their oath of office. Every single one of these people should have died in prison right now, honestly, dude. Like, whether it be her dying more recently there, or whether it be every other Democrat that was in the General Assembly in 2019, 2020, that were part of the gun grabs, or attempted gun grabs, I should say, because none of it ever got through, thank God, because we have a Republican majority here, so it would be. And, yeah, the entire point, though, is every single one of these people who put their names to that legislation should have been removed from office on the spot under deprivation of cover law, had at least a year and a day in jail, if not, 10 years to life imprisonment, and then they just die in prison is what it is then. Whether it be her, Allison Russo, Casey Weinstein, Bride Rose Sweeney, who I always confuse with Brigid Kelly for some reason. I think it's because they were always mentioned in, like, back-to-back with each other is what it was there. That's why I kept confusing the two of them is what it was there. But yeah, what's interesting is going back history lesson and the 2020 lockdowns and stuff like that. I think this was like, it was either 2020 or it was 2021 before the bullshit was lifted by stripping Hawaii of emergency power stuff, what it was there. And you had a video going around of, it was Brigid Kelly, and I'm trying to remember who the fat motherfucking Democrat guy was, is what it is. It was the same asshole, by the way, who won like little baby ass bitch. It was either that year or the next year when they were trying to ban dudes and female sports in the state, and threw a fucking 5-year-old temper tantrum on the state house floor is what it was, which, by the way, should have seen his ass removed from office and that be the case as well. But he never was. But yeah, it was the two of these assholes who were trying to go around shaming Republicans in the state, being like, you all should wear your masks. We'll wear our masks. It's like, yeah, because you're fucking retarded, dude, is what it is. So, and you're a bunch of authoritarian wannabe fucking tyrants, is what it is, dude. So, yeah. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say, honestly. Because truthfully, Brigid Kelly's entire legacy in the Ohio General Assembly and as a politician in the state can literally be summed up in 7 words. Those 7 words are gun grabbing, baby killing, tyrant, mega cunt. Quite literally, dude. Because that's what she was. She co-sponsored a piece of anti-gun legislation for several general assemblies that she was part of there. She pushed forth a bunch of abortion-related shit to kill more Ohioans in the womb. She pushed a bunch of the trans crap before it really before it really started taking off there, is what it done. Starting under Samani and all those people like that now is what it is. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit entirely, dude. And she was just a sick woman entirely, dude. Like, she was legitimately demonically evil. I'm gonna say it like it is, bro. And I'm assuming Satan pulled her demonic ass back to hell at this point, because I guarantee she was not going to hell. She was going back to hell, because she was most likely a demonically possessed person on earth is what it is then. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and continue on with what was said here about her ass. It said, yeah, it said, resigned March 20th. On March 26th, her family said she died of a 2-year battle with, I'm trying to figure out what kind of cancer that is now. God damn it, you fucking people. Why don't you fuck off, USA Today? You hit over a damn well one, you douchebags. Fucking hate goddamn mainstream media shit, dude, here. If I don't see my fucking ad block, you fucking cunts. Anyway. I'm trying to figure out what kind of cancer this was now. Okay, I thought she was 41. She's actually 40. Muscular tube. Oh, esophageal cancer. Holy shit, dude. Wow. That's a big deal, actually. Again, makes sense, though, given, everything we know about certain things with side effects now that we can't really talk much about, because I don't want to get a channel strike for misinformation for medical shit is what it is. Even though it's all true. So, yeah, so esophageal cancer is what you had then. So local community knew her. I love how it says this. Local community knew her as a kind, passionate, and dedicated leader who donned green as her signature color. She was not kind, passionate, or dedicated. Well, no, I guess she was dedicated. She was dedicated to gun grabbing and baby killing, dude. She was not kind or passionate at all. She was a fucking conniving cunt, legitimately, dude. Actually, let's go ahead and say that one instead of the mega cunt. Conniving cunt is a better one, actually. So yeah, she was a gun grabbing, baby killing, tyrant, conniving cunt. So, yeah, legitimately, dude. Anyway, according to this, it said she was a treasured wife, daughter, and sister, a valued friend, and a true public servant. You mean oath-breaking tyrant there, people? That was what her family claimed in a statement, adding that she passed at the home surrounded by loved ones. I think I actually, like, there's a picture that they're showing here of her on her phone and stuff. I think I actually remember exactly when this was, and it was her basically trying to fuck with constitutional carry back in the day. Came from a lineage of public officials, so a bunch of scumbag ass corrupt motherfuckers with early mean on that one. Yeah, ran for want to see it. See, this is the problem again. Even looking at her legacy right now, right? So she won a seat on the Norwood City Council in 2006. Was a state rep from 2016 to 2023, and then in 2023 became Hamilton County Auditor. She was a career politician, dude. That's the whole problem right now. These are the kind of people who need to be drummed the fuck out of politics entirely, dude. After like one term and shit. Anyway, let's see. So then worked for United Food and Commercial Workers Union for more than a decade. Oh, that's why she wasn't a complete career then. It was her basically being a sort of a union boss is my guess, honestly, on that one. Which, again, these are the kind of pieces, like, for real, man. My mother, for those that don't know, when she was coming up in the world and stuff like that in her 20s and like early 30s and shit like that, before she left the workforce to have us kids is what it was there. She was a union boss, dude. My mother knew what the fuck she was doing, by the way, when it came to actually like negotiating deals for the union people and stuff like that. She actually knew shit about the workers. Brigid Kelly is the opposite of that, dude, or at least was the opposite of that. She was the kind of fucking cunt that would cut people's throats to get a better fucking deal for herself, and then fuck all of them is what it was, dude. It's like the whole United Auto Worker shit or whatever the case be. It's these fucking scumbag ass pieces of shit at the top that are like, and this is why we should do it to every goddamn Democrat in the fucking state on some bullshit. It's like, no, you go fuck yourself, cunt. Stop trying to steal our fucking money and give it to some asshole that we don't fucking support is what it is, you dick. So, anyway. Continuing on here, it says, as a state representative, Kelly worked, quote, across the political aisle. No, she fucking didn't, dude. No, she fucking didn't. No Democrat did in the last decade at all, for that matter. Every single one of these assholes legitimately voted party line shit, dude. They voted party line stuff for killing kids in the womb, for grabbing people's guns, etc., 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 across the line. I'm not even going to read the fucking lies they're talking about political differences and stuff like that. And, of course, you got dipshit DeWine ordered flags flown at half staff on Columbus buildings, Hamilton County building, on the day of her funeral in her honor. What a fucking clown-ass bitch, dude. Yeah, it talks about her passing Grips community. So it also made an impression on her year-long tenure as auditor. The interim county auditor, Amy Humphrey, wrote in a statement on the website, I am eternally grateful to call her a friend and coworker. She hated to be called boss. Sure she did. Blessed to be a small part of her journey. What a fucking joke, dude. Yes, as Brigid battled cancer during her entire duration as auditor. So that's, again, this is the problem right now, right? So she already knew that she was sick from cancer, dude. Why the fuck are you in politics, cunt? Get the fuck out of office! For a healthy person. You should have never even ran. Seriously. That means that she knew since 2022 when she was even running for office that she was fucking cancer-ridden, dude. Don't even get in the fucking race, bitch. Like, seriously, this is the problem with these fucking people, man. But like I said, the only saving grace in this whole entire thing is that she actually had the decency, barely, to leave office when she knew she was, like, dying, like, within a week or two is what it is then, probably. And then she dies 6 days later is what it is then. So... anyway, continuing on with the rest of this, though. This fucking Democrat jerk-off fluffer piece they're giving her is what it is here. Yeah, so in Kelly's resignation letter sent to community, she reminded State Representative Jessica Miranda to take, recommended State Representative Jessica Miranda take her place. That could actually be a good thing for us then, by the way, because Miranda's a piece of shit too, by the way, and I'm sick and tired of her ass being in the state house is what it is now. The problem with that is, though, is it means Democrats will now have another appointed person to the state house in Miranda's place is what it would be than if she would take that auditor's office then. So it's like, quote, there are a few greater responsibilities than holding public trust and being elected to serve. You didn't hold public trust, you stupid fucking cunt. You literally were the fucking enemy of the people in this state, in this country. And then Kelly continued on and said, resigning from this position is a difficult decision, but one that is necessary to address my personal health. If that were really the case, Brigid, you would have never even ran for office, lady. You would have actually put your health above your bullshit fucking political garbage is what it is, lady. But no, what you wanted is, you wanted that fucking taxpayer-free ride, bitch. And I guarantee that's why you ran for office, was because you knew that the fucking Ohio taxpayers, like myself, were putting the fucking bill for your goddamn health, you fucking cunt. So instead of you actually paying that shit out of pocket, you're putting on the fucking taxpayers to pay your fucking medical bills for you, you fucking whore. Like I said, I fucking hope this bitch is burning hell right now, dude, honestly. I'm not gonna make fucking qualms about that shit. She is a fucking piece of shit entirely, dude. Sorry. Was a piece of shit. Legacy is a fucking turd sandwich. Anyway. Let's see. Funeral services will be held April 3rd and 4th, where attendees are requested to wear green in her honor. So family also asked for donations in lieu of flowers to honor her ass, made out to the, quote, what is this? Generosity at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, which benefits young cancer patients, and the scholarship program at St. Ursula Academy. Okay, well, that actually is a better thing, though, right? Because it's going to give, like, money to cancer kids is what it is, though. So I will agree with that one, honestly. Like, okay, at least she's leaving something good behind. Like, as much as a piece of shit she actually was, like, I will give her that, right? Like, she might not have been, like, 100% a scumbag at the end, but, like, she was still a fucking scumbag, dude. Like, that's the problem. Like, you know, once a fucking traitor, always a fucking traitor is what it is, dude. You know, once a gun grabber, always a gun grabber. Once a fucking, you know, piece of shit abortionist, always a piece of shit abortionist is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway. But yeah, she's a piece of crap in general, dude. Another Ohio news, by the way, that piece of shit TikToker guy who's been bitching and moaning about having illegals coming to this country and squatting people's houses and stuff like that. Apparently, he was arrested in some part of Ohio today. I don't know what part, honestly. Probably some Democrat hell pocket in the state, honestly, like Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, etc. there. Or potentially it was on our roadways trying to flee through this state's highway system to a different state to get away from the cops and ICE and stuff like that. But again, they got his ass, though, so that's good. Because Ohio doesn't fuck around. Now, granted, that being said, when they took him into custody, they should have just did him right then and there is what it is, dude, and done everybody a favor in this country, and every country for that matter. But, of course, we're not going to do that stuff is what it is, because fucking cops don't actually do what needs to be done to deal with these fuckers what it is, dude. So, anyway. Moving on to some other Ohio news before we get to a couple other things in this episode, because I'm going to go into actual just basic news for another probably 20 minutes or so after this now. I want to talk about a couple different pieces of legislation that are coming up in our General Assembly right now. So this past week or so, we got some stuff introduced right now. Some of it's pretty interesting. Some of it's kind of weird. So on the 20th, you had a Democrat and a Republican. I'm pretty sure the Republicans are Rhino, because I believe if I'm not mistaken, Andrea White was the one that actually was the only person in the General Assembly who actually voted to not strip DeWine of this fucking emergency powers for the COVID shit. And then Rachel Baker, who's a known Moms to Mean Action cunt, are trying to do a thing together that would basically, quote, regarding hospital violence prevention and related training, security plans, and incident reporting. So basically, they're trying to make more gun-free zones out of other gun-free zones, is what it is, I guess, on that one. So, bunch of shit entirely, dude. And then we had this one the other day on the 26th, which was enacts the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act, which is actually Republican done. That's actually a pretty good piece of legislation from what I was looking into. It's in our state Senate from Gavarone and Manning. It's to enact the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act relating to legal actions concerning protected speech, basically free speech rights is what it is there. So hopefully that'll pass pretty soon is what it is. Then we got this one, which I thought was pretty interesting, which is the enacts the, quote, My Child, My Chart Act, which was done by 10 Republicans, with Gary Click being the first one on it, and then that weird dude, Josh Williams, who's done a bunch of rhino shit recently for Payday, as the 10th person on it there. But yeah, what this would do actually is it would be relating to medical records of minors, and to name the act the My Child, My Chart Act. So basically what I think they're doing on this one is, it's, you have all these people right now, all these leftists and stuff like that are trying to transition kids and shit. And I think with this one, it's a way for them to basically force the hand of those people, because what they're doing in this one is they're saying, hey, if you're I think what it is like, if you're the parent or guardian of this kid or whatever the case be, you have to be informed like every time something happens with this kid medically and stuff like that. And it's a way to basically protect these children from being gender transitioned by some sick ass adult that's like a teacher or a fucking staff member at a school or something like that, or some fucking pedophile online or something like that. That's what it is then. So anyway. Then we got this one that was actually a mix of Democrat and Republican both. That is enacts the Getting Rehabilitated Ohioans Working Act. And this is actually getting a hearing on the 3rd, which is really fucking quick. But I'm sorry, there's 2 Republicans into this one. So basically what this one is it would enact, redo the revised code to a new thing is what it is, to enact the Getting Rehabilitated Ohioans Working Act to allow for automatic sealing of certain criminal records. And this is done by outgoing piece of shit Brett Hudson-Hillner and Bill Seitz. And I'm very suspicious about this whole thing, dude, because I know fucking Hillner is a piece of shit rhino, obviously, dude. He's going to be out of the General Assembly at the end of the year. Here's what it is. So, to me, with this whole thing, I'm wondering if they're going to try to basically give a second chance to like some real sickos in this state right now is what it is. And that's the reason why they're doing it as fast as possible. Here's what it is then. Because they know they got a limited amount of time between now and I think it's June is when they're going to take their break for the summer then. Or like end of May, one of the two. And then it'll be pretty much the entire summer until like end of like middle of August to early September. Someplace in there is when they're going to come back into session most likely. So, but yeah, it's really, really very interesting. So, and the thing is, I'm gonna make a point of this whole thing. It's not that I'm against giving people second chances. I just find it very suspicious that you say certain criminal offenses. Like, why don't you just name the fucking criminal offenses in the actual title then, dude? Like, if it's like, oh, you know, some kid got busted when he was underage for some stuff, like, doesn't matter what it is, honestly. You know, we're going to give them a second chance after they turn, like, 21 or something like that is what it is then. You know, if they've rehabilitated themselves and shit like that. Because I think that's really what it is, honestly. It's about rehabilitation entirely. And that's what I think we should be doing more of, honestly. And that's the biggest problem, I think, with our justice system as a whole right now, dude. It's basically, you have these for-profit prison systems that we have in our country right now that are all a bunch of scumbag corporate greed motherfuckers who just want to bring more people into prison systems so they can make a profit off these bodies is what it is there. Instead of actually having a system where people are going to get out and stay out, what we have is this fucked up revolving door of just like, oh, this person's going to do one crime that's like a really low misdemeanor, but they're going to go in with like hardcore felons. Now they're going to be a felon the next time they do something. Oh, now they're going to be a felon like again and again and again and again. It's going to be this whole thing where it's like they get cut deals instead of going like 10, 15 years in. Now they're going like, you know, 2-3 years in, and then they get back out. And then they become more of a criminal and go back in for another 5 years, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just a bunch of shit, honestly, is what it is, dude. And I think the real problem is, again, it goes back to the fact you have so many of these prisons right now that are for-profit prisons that do nothing to help these guys or gals for that matter. And if they did, we would actually have a better system entirely, dude, because we could actually have people going in there, you know, maybe they are a hardcore criminal or whatever the case, but they're going to get back out at some point, you know, because they only got, you know, 5-10 years on their bid is what it is. Teach them something, you know, anything for that matter. I don't care what it is, dude. Some kind of skilled trade. So they can at least come back out and have that fucking knowledge and skill set under their belt. So, hey, God forbid, maybe they can get a job when they get back out, as a welder or as a plumber or as a fucking, whatever at that point, electrician, whatever it is, doesn't matter, honestly. Or maybe it is something where it's, you've taught them various skills on how to get ahead and stuff in life. Or maybe it is like cake decorating or baking or something like that. That's what it is, dude. And they can become a baker or a cake decorator or whatever the case be then. Or hell, maybe it's having them train service dogs and stuff while they're inside, for God's sakes. And then when they get outside, they're going to go and create something better there, or become part of something that already exists out here in society, and be another, body to help out with training programs and stuff like that, and be able to be a better person in life and stuff like that. But that's the problem. We're not doing these things. Instead, we're sitting there doing the lowest common denominator bullshit and letting these guys and gals sit around for fucking 23 hours a day, more or less, doing whatever the fuck they want to do, instead of being like, no, here's like 8 hours where you're doing a fucking shift someplace, dude. Here's 6-7 hours right now where you're going to learn some shit now is what it is. You're not going to sleep all day. You're not going to fucking sleep all afternoon, whatever the hell it is there. You're going to get off your fucking ass at 8 a.m. and from 8 to 4 p.m. then, maybe there'll be like a lunch break in between those whole things. But yeah, for like at least 4 or 5 hours there, you're going to go and you're going to work at some place learning something. I remember back in the day, back in the old school times in this country's history, all these prisoner camps, because there were camps, by the way, back then. It was not like fucking the political prison system we have now is what it is, dude, where it's basically these giant-ass supermaxes. No, it was these fucking work camps like that movie Life, where you had the fucking gun line thing like that, and it was like, yeah, you cross the fucking gun line, they're going to shoot you in the back of the fucking head is what it is then, dude, with a rifle. Or shoot you in the fucking heart, whatever it is there. It doesn't matter. Wherever they hit on your body or head, whatever it is there, is where they get you and you're dead. And you would have these men, usually, sometimes women, obviously. Back then, it was mostly men that got arrested for shit, though. And it was, you had these people back then that would grow their own food, and they would be on chain gangs, and they'd be digging ditches and tunnels and everything else like that for the state and making a small paycheck at that point. Like, why aren't we doing that shit again, dude? You have them, use them. Teach them something. Now, granted, that might not really be teaching them something except, backbreaking labor, obviously, but, like, that's the whole point entirely. Like I said, dude, it's like, you could be teaching these guys decent skill sets, honestly. Like, there's so many people that need to be in the plumbing industry that aren't right now. You could easily be making an entire generation of plumbers out of prisoners that could come out at 30, 35, 40 years old, whatever it is, dude. Get right back into the workforce, be making $100,000 a year or more, man. That's one hell of a reason not to reincarcerate, dude, and actually be a walking, talking rehabilitation. Be like, oh, I actually want to be a good father to my kids now. Here, let me get this job and do this work is what it is. Same thing with the women. Want to be a good mother to their kids now. Go out there, be a hairdresser or something like that is what it is, dude. There's so many different skill sets across the board right now that they could easily be teaching these people that are the prisoners in our society right now, but they're not. And again, it's because it's all about corporate greed at the end of the day. So, anyway. Let's see what else we got here now. Oh, yeah, they're modifying the voter registration stuff for people that are moving and stuff, which is modify voter registration forms and procedures for electors who have previously registered in another state or county. So basically, it's sort of like, I don't know if it's like automatic enrolling or not here, but it's basically like, hey, if you move from like another county or another state into Ohio. Like if you move from another county to this county or whatever, you're in Ohio now, or if you move from like out of state into the state, then you're going to basically be registered. Basically, it looks like here's what it'll be. So, and that was again Gary Click being the primary on that one. So, then we got this one. I think is actually kind of bullshit because more or less it just shows like government overreach and stuff like that. Which is creates the F-13 liquor permit for temporary on-premises sales. So essentially what it's saying there is like, oh, you want to sell booze at some random event that doesn't require you to have a liquor license? Oh, well, guess what, motherfuckers? Big Daddy Government's going to get our fucking cut now. And yeah, they're basically forcing them to buy a permit is what it is to do liquor sales on some fucking random place is what it is there. Really is a bunch of crap, dude, entirely. Ironically enough, that was two new guys, and then a chick who's been in there for a couple General Assemblies now, with Jennifer Gross would be the third person there. Because it's Brian Lorentz guy. I think this might be the dude that was actually appointed to replace Chris Jordan after Chris Jordan's untimely passing. So, but yeah, this is what it says here. It said, revised code to create the F-13 liquor permit to allow the on-premises sale of beer or intoxicating liquor at a business that is not otherwise qualified to obtain a liquor permit. That whole thing just sounds weird too, by the way. Why wouldn't you be qualified to obtain a liquor permit at that point, dude? Is it because you're not an actual liquor establishment? Is it because you're not like an actual bar / grill or restaurant or whatever the case be? Is that what or nightclub for that matter? Is that why it is? I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, what it honestly feels like, it feels like some fucking gotcha, like, entrapment shit, dude. Because it's like, oh, let's have this illegal rave over here. Hey, everybody, you got to get a liquor license to be here now, kind of thing. And it's like, fuck y'all, pigs and feds and shit like that. And fucking government and stuff. So, yeah, the whole thing just feels fucking weird, man. And then we got this one from Democrats and some Republicans / Rhino people as well, which would be the Enact a Hand Up Act. This is probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's mostly Democrats, by the way, on this. And then you got fucking Josh Williams as a co-sponsor for the primaries and stuff on there. And then Click is also a co-sponsor of it then. But of course, it's got Russo and fucking Amani and stuff like that on it, or Samani on it there. And then obviously that stupid bitch Grimm as well, and Miranda and Isaac John and stuff. But yeah, it was a quote to establish the quote a hand up pilot program to designate this act as the actionable help and new dignity for upward progression, aka a hand up act, and make an appropriation. So basically, they're trying to take money from the taxpayers to make this reality is what it is now. I don't agree with it, man. I am never a fan of shit like this that has to make an appropriation that takes taxpayer money is what it is, dude, to make this become a thing entirely. Because what it actually is at the end of the day is essentially, it's, because I was looking into what this actually is, and basically it's people that can no longer qualify for government assistance because they're a bunch of goddamn welfare queens anyway, and they like figured out like, oh shit, I got fucked by the system kind of thing is what it is or something like that. Or the system finally figured out I was a welfare queen piece of shit and kicked my ass off of it is what it was then. They're like, well, now you need to have this bridge be gap between those things, and now you got to get them on some other thing where they can actually work again. And it's like, or they can just go get a fucking job, asshole. They can literally take their fucking lazy ass out to a fucking any convenience store, any fucking grocery store in the state, any area across the fucking board right now, walk into a business and be like, hey, you guys accept applications for hiring people? And literally just go in there and do that stuff. Or even go online and just fill out like 20 applications or something like that, dude. Like, it's not that hard, people. It really ain't, honestly. It's just government trying to be fucking up your ass again with their bullshit is what it is, dude, and steal fucking money again. Really, I look at this as embezzlement, honestly, is what it really is, honestly, dude. And it makes sense why Josh Williams is part of it now, because he's also part of that stupid-ass gun control crap that they're trying to make that the seat that pays $100,000 a year. He's probably going to be the one in the position up pretty soon. Is what it actually would be if it gets created. Then is what it'll be. So, anyways, But yeah, I'm pretty fucking sick and tired of all of it there, man. So, anywho, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's actually Good Friday. I totally forgot it's Good Friday right now. I just completely remembered that because I went to Breitbart right now. Because we're talking about Jesus. Here's what it is. Yeah, so Jesus paid it all. Conservative lawmakers, more conservative lawmakers and more observe Good Friday. We got poll finds almost 70% believe Jesus Christ physically rose from the dead, as they should. Nigeria, world's most dangerous place to be Christian, prepares for Easter. Dude, I couldn't even imagine living in a fucking hellhole like fucking Nigeria, dude. Where you're gonna get killed by Islam and everything else over that fucking nation just for being a Christian. So we got Obama snaps at protesters at Gitsy fundraiser with Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. This is the fundraiser, by the way, that these three cocksuckers were attending while Trump was actually doing something good for this country and attending the funeral of the slain NYPD officer. Some of those fucktards Obama, Biden, and Clinton should have all been at there. Although the funny one about that one was, as it turned out, New York Governor Kathy Hochul tried to go to that Diller guy's funeral and was denied entry to it because they're like, "No, fuck you, bitch. You were the one that caused this man's murder, you fucking piece of shit." Honestly, in a just world, what they would have said was, "We're not going to deny you entry, Kathy. Your ass is under arrest for a fuck ton of felonies at this point, including mass murder of the elderly in this state 4 years ago." Because her and Cuomo Bush should be arrested right now for high treason and a bunch of fucking crimes against humanity stuff for the amount of elderly they killed off in 2020, and then all the people they've killed off since then with fucking, forced shit and everything else. Like, that's what it is, dude, and I'll leave it at that. So, anyway, let's see what else we got here for different stories of the day for Breitbart there. We got Easter inflation. Cost of eggs, chocolate soars as holiday approaches. Not surprising. Letitia James faces growing pressure to prosecute Jon Stewart over property over-evaluation. Yeah, makes sense. He needs to fucking be prosecuted for that shit, dude, because he did the exact same thing Trump did, but even worse so. Let's see. Grandpa. That's disgusting. Grandpa breastfeeds baby after taking experimental transgender hormone drugs. What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm not even going to show that, obviously, but like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is exactly why April 8th will be the fucking rapture, dude. I swear to God. Like, shit like that right there, man. Yes, his researchers at Duke University reportedly used experimental hormone drugs to make a 50-year-old man who pretends to be a woman lactate so he could breastfeed his grandchild, the Daily Mail reported. Good fucking Lord, man. Ugh. God, that's so disgusting. Like, yeah, because some fucking gross-ass pus that comes out of a fucking man's nipple is going to be the same as, like, actual breast milk that comes out of a woman's tit. No, it's not. That's the entire point, people. So, not to mention, I actually watched a video a while ago, it's several months back now, where they were showing the correlation of a woman breastfeeding is what it was there. And what it actually is you basically have, like, it's a hormone thing where it's the baby, like, sucking on her nipple, like, does, like, a hormone receptor to her brain that then takes the hormone stuff back down to her boob that produces the breast milk and allows the kid to get nourishment is what it is there. Which you can only do if you have a fucking uterus. End of story. Literally, dude. So, this one's actually kind of funny. Michael Rappaport, voting for Trump is on the table. That's pretty sad, bro. Let's see, then we got 50 Cent seeking sole custody of son after ex-girlfriend accused of being sex worker in P. Diddy lawsuit. Ooh, that's interesting. I was talking to my cousins about that, actually, when we were over at the place today doing our 50 Cent Fridays and stuff. And the younger of the two was talking about how P. Diddy might actually be like an undercover informant or something like that for the feds, whether it be FBI or like DEA or something like that's what it is there or something. And he was basically being used as like a honeypot for decades now or some shit to get like dirt on other people like Jay-Z and stuff like that. Because I guess the ultimate end game would be the feds trying to go after Jay-Z and Beyonce is what it is, since Jay-Z has actually killed people and stuff and admitted to killing people and stuff like that's what it is. And like various rap songs and shit like that's what it is over the years. So I don't know, man. Maybe it'd be nice if they all got taken down at this point, dude. I would love to see Hollywood fucking fall right now across the board. Like all the ones that aren't dirty, honestly, could get the fuck out right now and be better off. The ones who are dirty as shit just need to be arrested in droves and executed in mass, honestly, at this point, man. For being a bunch of fucking child molesters. Let's see. Then we got Suge Knight claims P. Diddy's life is in danger. Not surprising at all. Let's see. Then we got NYC chatbot gives businesses potential illegal advice. Jesus fucking Christ. Washington State launches snitch line for hate crimes. Fuck those people. Like, seriously, at what point do we just, like, knock this entire fucking place out, man? Like, sucks to be Washington Staters, dude, but your fucking state blows, dude, for real. Yeah, of course, there's some fucking Muslim woman on the phone there. I'll let it be, like, and see, this is the problem with like, Islam entirely, dude. Like, that woman's face ain't bad looking. And I've noticed that with a lot of these chicks. Like, they don't have a bad looking face. And yet, if they took off the head wrap and let their hair go down and stuff, they would be fucking knockouts in a lot of cases, man. Not all of them, but there's definitely a good chunk of them that are, is what it is. And I think that's exactly why all these Islamic dudes want to hide these chicks. They want to hide them under the wraps. They want to hide them under the full burqas and the full, hijabs and stuff like that is what it is. Because they know in reality, if a lot of the Western guys saw these chicks, they would want to fuck them, honestly. And probably wife them up for that matter, too, on that one. So, because I've seen some Middle Eastern chicks, dude, that are really, really hot that I would even fuck, honestly. And that's the whole thing right now. It's like, that, and again, if you go back to like the whole, like people always want to talk about Jesus Christ and stuff like that, is what it is, man. Because obviously he was always depicted as a white guy on the cross and shit like that. But in reality, he actually would be of more of a Middle Eastern, like brownish descent is what it is there. So, anyway, it says Democrats run the state of Washington with almost no Republican opposition, and apparently there are so many unreported hate crimes that lawmakers have set up a snitch line for it. So we don't have anywhere near these problems where I live. This was that John Nolte guy saying this. Said, in Megaland, but wherever Democrats run things, you get hate, racism, bigotry on top of crime, poverty, drug addiction, and homelessness. Why else would Democrats in Washington State feel the need to do this? Says, quote, the bill says the hotline would be staffed during business hours. Says call takers could provide victims with information, refer them to culturally compassionate, trauma-informed local service providers for additional help. Probably all taxpayer funded, I'm guessing, on that one, so it's 100% of fucking embezzlement and cash grab and stuff like that. So, money laundering as well on top of that. So, and document the calls for annual reports. So, identifying information will be kept out of the reports and will be exempt from the public disclosure request. Of course, it will be, because you know what would happen if you have public disclosure requests, dude, or like FOIA requests? Would it be? You could actually call these fuckers out to their goddamn face and know who your fucking accuser is, you pieces of shit. This is exactly why people hate red flag laws so much, dude, because this is the exact same bullshit right here. It's you fucking doing ex parte horse shit behind people's backs without their fucking knowledge. Anyways, this Washington Senate Bill 5427 passed the Senate on February 7th. Included the House this past Wednesday, drawing unanimous support from Democrats and near unanimous opposition from Republicans. It is now headed to piece of shit Jay Inslee's desk to be signed into law. Good fucking God, dude. I'm not going to lie. I kind of hope somebody report J.K. Marshall for hate crimes at this point, dude, because that'd be funny. That guy is such a fucking tool. I'm an ally. That was literally the best part of the fucking Chaz, dude, was when the Antifa just slapped the shit out of him at that point. I actually think it was more of a punch than a slap, but it was still hilarious either way. So, yeah, fucking good stuff, man. So, anyway, we got fuck Joe Biden, division on left impales Biden's bullshit cheat a second time around. So, also that idiot went on X. Well, somebody went on X underneath the Biden official account. There's what it is, and claimed that inflation was the lowest it's been in 3 years in this country. And everybody's like, "No, it's not, you fucking prick." So yeah, he's just a lying sack of shit, dude. Yeah, let's see what else we got for religious stuff. We got Christians observe Good Friday. Jesus said it is finished. And we got 20,000 Christians watch live crucifixions to mark Good Friday in the Philippines. So would that be reenactments of crucifixions? Because that sounds a little freaky, honestly, if you're going to crucify somebody for real, man. See, we got South Africa, this is actually sad. Bunch of Christians headed to Easter services, veers off bridge, killing all but one child. That's terrible. Although, to be fair, maybe that's a miracle kid, man. Maybe that is a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, for all we know. Who knows, man? Yeah, that's just that is so sad, man. Honestly, mostly it's because those dangerous ass roads is what it is, and the people that are the drivers of those buses and stuff don't really give a fuck is what it is there. So, yeah, so a bus of 46 Christians on board veered off a bridge in the mountains of South Africa on Thursday, plunging almost 200 feet and killing everyone on board with the exception of an 8-year-old little girl who miraculously survived. So it wouldn't even be a second. So honestly, a second coming of Jesus would be a female, maybe even for that matter. Or maybe it's like Mary Magdalene 2.0 or something like that, or Virgin Mary 2.0. Who the fuck knows, man? Be interesting though. That does seem that is kind of miraculous to think about it, man. Because you think about it, right? Like it plunged 200 feet off of an embankment, basically, and yet somehow this child survived. Like unless you had like every fucking adult on the bus being like this and like trying to like cover her up and stuff like that to like shield her with their bodies, it would be though. And maybe that's why she survived, is because like it was them basically impacting and like everybody else's like bodies took the brunt of the fucking force. And yet meanwhile she was on like a soft, pillow of just like people, I guess it would be then maybe. Who knows? But it just seems really, really weird, man. Then we got data confirms no one watching hundreds of woke streaming shows. Good. Let's talk about this for a minute, actually. That's why Leo said he went to go watch anime and stuff now. Yes, as data revealed by Variety in March confirm that other than the top 20 shows, pretty much no one is watching any of that woke crap on America's lousy streaming services. It says, quote, as series output soared to historic heights in 2022 with nearly 1,000 original titles released on the major streaming platforms, the useless far-left Variety reported without ever explaining why viewership on most services was concentrated among fewer than 24 shows. Says data shows the top 20 most watched TV series, top TV seasons on every streaming service other than Netflix accounted for the vast majority of original series viewership on almost all of the major US-based streaming platforms of 2022. Said none of this surprises normal people, but it is nice to see what we all knew to be true confirmed. So the drop-off between the top-performing shows and the remainder is, if anything, even more striking. So get a load of this. Disney Plus released 50 original series in 2022, not counting kids content, and the top 10 most popular seasons captured nearly 80% of all original series viewing time. The next top 10% just got six. The next 10. Okay, so wait, let me go back on this now. They released 50 titles in 2022. Top 10 most popular of them got 80% of the original series viewing time. Then 11 through 20 got just 16% of the viewing time. That's pathetic, dude. So Disney seasons that were not in the top 20 accounted for less than 5% of all viewing time, other than Peacock's 3%. That is the worst of all major streamers. Said following is by far the most important revelation of all important rewatchable factors. Says data also indicates that most streaming originals do not have the rewatch value offered by many older series, whereas beloved library shows such as Grey's Anatomy reliably chart among the most watched titles on streaming week after week, year after year. New originals are hard-pressed to keep viewers coming back. Look again at Disney Plus's thing. Only 2 of the top 10 original series in 2022 reappeared among the top 10 of the next year, which was Mandalorian Season 2 and limited series Andor, both Star Wars properties. So the former actually saw its share of viewing time rise over the year, likely bolstered by the 3rd season's premiere. Yeah, I know people have talked about going back and watching that stuff over the years that it is there. So, like, here's my problem. By the way, this is why I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy years ago. And this was before even 2020. It was like back in like 20, I want to say like 16 or 17 maybe. Even like 14 or 15 now. I'm thinking, no, because, yeah, it would have been before Hillary Trump, actually. So it would have been like, probably like 2014, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because I used to watch that show pretty regularly with my mom and stuff like that. And, bro, I'll tell you, the straw that broke the fucking camel's back, there was an episode, and I forget what season it was, but it was basically, it was when you had the main character, Meredith Grey's sister, in there. And, like, those people and stuff. And it was the one chick that played in True Blood for a little bit as one of the fairies. It was her, because she was like the intern chick or whatever, and she was all pro-gun. And you had that Karev guy being like, why do you have a gun? And it's all Shonda Rhimes' fucking stupid cunt ass being all like, and this is why fucking gun control needs to happen more. And it's like, go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit fucking cunt. Like, this is why I hate Hollywood so goddamn much, dude. It's like, keep your goddamn woke bullshit out of my fucking series, bitch. I don't even know what your personal fucking problems are with the Second Amendment. I really don't fucking care, honestly. Keep that fucking shit to yourself, bitch. Nobody wants to fucking hear it in the goddamn program, you fucking whore. Because all you're doing is, first of all they're doing with that kind of shit is spreading fucking lies, number one. Number two, it's thinking should get their asses sued into the fucking ground at that point. And number three, it basically proves that Shonda Rhimes is a piece of fucking shit for the Democrat Party entirely, dude. And a fucking shit shell piece of shit whore is what it is, dude. Just like that fucking cunt Oprah. Which wouldn't really surprise me if either one of those chicks, if not both of them, were pedophiles at this point. Fuck no, it wouldn't, dude. In fact, I assume both of them are at this point, honestly. So, anyway. Actually, I do want to mention something, too, on that one for streaming shows and stuff like that. Which was, you had the series that were on there and stuff like that. There was a show back in the day that was on Netflix, and it only lasted like one season in the last couple of years. Here's what it was, which I think was like 4 or 5 years ago now is what it would be. And it was, I think it was called like First Bite or something like that. Or no, First Kill, I think that's what it was called. And I'll tell you what, it was the worst fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer ripoff I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. And it was all dyke shit, by the way, too, for that matter. Like, that would have been one thing. If they hadn't have done that kind of storyline with it, man, it might have been okay. Right? Because I even went back and tried to watch the stuff, and it was like barely watchable at all. Not to mention, the biggest fault that that series had and what really actually killed out the first season, I believe is what it was. It wasn't inserting all the fucking gayness and stuff like that was not necessary as fuck, by the way. It was the fact that they took the budget that should have been used for all the creatures and stuff like that in there and basically paid off that Elizabeth Mitchell woman to be like the main star of the show, which truly isn't wasn't even the main star. She was like a secondary actress or whatever in the show. But it was her star power that put a bunch of money into her pocket. And because of that, they had like no more money for the fucking budget is what it was. And so instead of budgeting and just being like, hey, we're not going to go get like an A-list or B-list or C-list star like that. I'm not even sure what she qualifies, honestly. I think it's probably like B-list TV actress or something like that. But yeah, they could have gone and gotten like a C or a D-list actress, or even like gone like Walking Dead, honestly, and got like a bunch of like random nobodies is what it is for the most part, dude. And it probably would have been a better show overall, because it wasn't just her, by the way. It was also the one chick that played in the originals as the sister. She was in the show too. She's being typecast as a vampire for some reason all the time, as long as what it seems like anymore. But the entire point is they basically pissed away the budget on those two actresses is what it was. And then you had like these creatures that, I shit you not, watching the season finale of that show that became the series finale, it was these people walking into a backyard with a bunch of like various like, you know, cryptoid creatures and stuff like that, like a werewolf and shit like that, et cetera, et cetera. They look like fucking Gumby stick figures, dude. That's how terrible the fucking animation was for that show. Like it was garbage, man. Like it was so bad. And then on top of that, like the suspension of disbelief that, number one, you would have a family of black vampire hunters. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, dude. Seriously, nah, it's not gonna happen, bro. Number one, like that's the suspension of disbelief number one, honestly, on that one. And then on top of that, to show that they're all badasses and stuff like that, it's like pretty sure they're not. So yeah, it's so fuck. It was like such a fucking just like circle jerk of wokeness, basically, and it's like it makes sense why it was canceled. Never, but all these gay people that were in that, I say all of them, obviously, because there's like 10 basically that were bitching on about it, dude. And they're like, oh, I'm so fucking pissed that they canceled this shit. It was so great for the LGBTQ. Well, why the fuck did you watch it then, people? Oh, yeah, that's right, because your numbers are so fucking minute that you don't have the viewer base to keep a show like that on the fucking air. And that's the entire point of the matter. So, anyway. Let's see what else we got here now. Let's see, then we got Baltimore Bridge mess. DOT will not say how many reserve ships were struck. Yeah, there's been talk about that basically being a clusterfuck now because it's going to take months and months of like backup, and everybody's basically fucked right there is what it is now, which is going to suck ass. And of course, you got that Sam Bankman-Fried piece of shit finally being sentenced to some kind of prison time now. Getting claims FTX suffered zero losses despite $11 billion in estimated lost funds. Yeah, you got charged with a bunch of crimes too, if I'm not mistaken, the other day. We got Van Jones, food, mortgage, inflation, making people not feel actual reality. Jim Jordan fights corporate cabal, censoring Breitbart News. Youngkin vetoes bill for recreational cannabis. See, and this is kind of the problem I have with the conservatives on this one, dude. It's like, dude, fuck off with that shit. Like, it's one thing if you're going to try to save kids from, like, transgenderism and stuff like that, but let people smoke weed, for God's sakes, man. Like, seriously. Hell, y'all could probably use it in many cases, is my guess. And the thing is, it's not even like you're fucking smoking weed in many cases, bro. You're literally fucking... You can put that shit into fucking gummies and stuff now, for Christ's sakes. Seriously, fucking gummies and stuff now, for Christ's sakes. That's the little piece I have of the one that my cousin gave me last week. That's a Delta 8 shit, by the way. It's legal here in Ohio for the time being, anyway. So, told to wine everybody try to crack down on it again now. But yeah, it's so fucking dumb, dude. It's like, you know, let people do what they want to fucking do, man. Stop being an authoritarian asshole is what it is, bro. Like, it's one thing if you're gonna, you know, like one good veto he did the other day, obviously, was vetoing that piece of shit fucking DACA cops thing is what it was, man. Like, that's what you should be vetoing, sir. But don't be sitting there and being like, oh, let me be a complete asshole and fucking veto this shit too. It's like, nah, bro, let the fucking weed go through is what it is, bro. Let Virginians get high, for God's sakes. Like, stop the fucking bullshit war on drugs that's been fucking lost for decades, man. It was lost the fucking second it was created is what it was, for God's sakes. So... let's see. Then we got new poll says Biden is a weak leader. Well, first of all, he's not a leader at all. He's a fucking cheater. So there is that in the story. Let's see. Crime becomes election flashpoint. Trump. Biden base won't let him support police. Why would he anyway, dude? He's a fucking pedophile. Supporting cops would mean actually supporting people that would want to arrest him for child molestation is what it is. So, you know. Ooh, that's a sexy looking gun. See, trucker admits using cocaine before fatal student bus crash or school bus crash. What was this one from? Oh, Texas on March 22nd. Wow, that's interesting. Texans concerned over potential chemical leakage from solar farm damaged in hailstorm, as they should be. Oh, by the way, I want to point something out too, for that matter. I guess the one that was trying to go in around here, that guy that was the got on the township trustee over in the other town over there, is what it was. They finally got that shit knocked out. Then we're not going to have a solar farm here, thank God. As my cousin was pointing out, he said, yeah, it's basically a land grab in many cases because it's people trying to grab your land to put the shit on. And you would never be able to put anything else on there because it's all solar farm crap. That's what it is, man. It's like, yeah, it's literally the main shit is what it is there. So, yeah, let's go check out the Apache 2011 pistol. This is the kind of fucking 1911 that I want, by the way, is this 2011. That was badass, dude. Let's see, Watchtower Firearms, best known for their line of rifles, is now producing the Apache, a 1911 or 2011 pistol that operates with incredible smoothness and delivers unsurpassed accuracy. The Apache is a double-stack 2011 pistol. Let's see here now. Is this 9mm? See, pistol ships with one 17-round mag and one 20-round mag, allowing 17 plus 1 capacity or 20 plus 1 capacity. Compensator at the end of the slide allows for the Apache to stay remarkably flat as round after round is fired. Flatness combined with a sizable grip and silky, smooth action operation is complemented by amazing accuracy. This thing is a 9mm though, right? I don't think it's a 5. I don't believe it's a 45 actually. I gotta go check. I think 2011 by default is actually a 9mm. I'm gonna go check this out actually now because I want to confirm this is actually a 9mm. I'm not gonna have it be shown here on the thing what it would cost or whatever. But let's see here now. Wow, 2.2 pound trigger pull. That's impressive. Sure, you're probably paying for that though. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. Okay, yeah, it says it right here, 1911, 9mm. Okay. So yeah, so that's what it is. It's a 9mm then. I mean, still, that's pretty cool. Although that's the thing, right? If I'm gonna buy like a 1911-esque gun at some point, I really want it in 45, honestly, dude. Like maybe it is the fun me, but I feel like that is what 1911 is meant to be, honestly. So, although if I had the money right now, if I had like, I'm trying to think now, probably like $2 to $3 grand right now, I would have that Taurus 942 and 22. I would have a 1911 from either Taurus or Bull Armory, depending on the price of both of them, obviously. And then, so it'd be those two guns. So that'd be about, I think the Taurus is like 6.7, and then that I should say 1911 is like 6.7, and the other one would be like 340, I believe was what it is at my local right now. So that's like almost a grand right there between those two. And then it would be, I would definitely love to get a 308 at some point, but again, that would be, price is what would be there. And then I really want to get another 1522 to replace the one that I had stolen years ago that never did find. So that one's pretty much top of the list right now, is to get one of those, because I already got a bunch of mags for it still. Since when they stole it, they only stole the gun that had a mag in it at the time. They didn't steal any other mags with it, which is kind of funny because how they literally pulled out the fucking chair that was sitting right there, there was a bag that had like 7-8 mags in it that were for that gun. So, now granted, that's been moved since then, but it is what it is. Anyway. And then we got other stuff going on here. We got pro-Hamas crazies crash Elite's $25 million party. Let's see what this one's about. NYC fundraiser disrupted by pro-Palestine dipshits. This guy right here with the cigarette over his mouth there looks like a featured terrorist super cell bomber guy. So we got pro-Palestine terrorists. I'm going to call it what it is, not fucking protesters. Pro-Palestine Islamic terrorists were seen clashing with police on the streets of New York City on Thursday, near where Biden was attending a fundraiser with Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Said similar to other events, a video showed several of these terrorists shoving police while chanting pro-Palestine slogans. Of course they were, because they're fucking scumbag ass Nazi wannabes is what it is, dude. This is according to New York Post. The terrorists even disrupted Biden's fundraiser at Radio City Music Hall as people chanted slogans and blew whistles. So one anti-Israel terrorist could be heard saying, "Blood on your hands." Says former presidents Barack Obama attended addressed the protesters and said, "No, listen, you can't talk all the time. Sometimes you have to listen." Dude, I would have loved to see one of those people just walk up and bitch slap him across the face at that point. That would have been fucking hilarious. That would have been like the best thing ever, honestly. Of course, they would have never got to him because of fucking Secret Service and stuff like that. And, it's just a bunch of shit, honestly, dude. But it is what it is, man. Huh. Louis Gossett Jr., first black man to win supporting actor Oscar, dies at the age of 87. Yeah, that's too bad. All right, let's see if we got anything else to talk about on Gateway Pundit real quick for another minute or two, and then I'm going to jump off here. So, see if there's anything worth it to mention on that site right now. Let's see. Biased federal judge handling January 6 cases goes on CNN to rip Trump in unprecedented TV interview. Full list of names listed in P. Diddy's sex trafficking lawsuit. Interesting. Woman goes viral with story of how her Christian conservative values got her fired from Starbucks. That seems like a lawsuit waiting to happen for political views. See, NYC to launch gun detector pilot program in crime-infested subways. I was actually watching a video with my cousins about that this morning. They already implemented this sometime today is what it was, and it's literally some fucking scanner thing to prove you have a gun on you or not, because it's like a metal detector, basically, is what it is. So, see, then we got Housewives. Bethany Frankel says she was punched in the face in a wild NYC attack. That seems to be a growing trend with all these people now, by the way. It's all these white liberal chicks and stuff like that want to be like TikTok influencer types and stuff like that, and like people like her is what it is. Like, you getting popped by, like, random black dudes and stuff like that in the streets of New York City is what it is. You even had the one girl go on fucking record the other day to apologize and be like, "Now I feel like a real New Yorker because I got my ass beat in the streets." And it's like, what the fuck? Like, How is that your mentality, lady? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, y'all are retarded as fuck, man. Seriously. This is the thing I was talking about earlier with Uncle right here, which is, get her out of here. Radical leftist New York governor Kathy Hochul booted from wake of murdered NYPD officer Jonathan Diller following confrontation. She should have been fucking walked out in handcuffs, what it is, dude. For being a mega cunt and a piece of shit fucking criminal to the tune of like literally millions of people's black crimes against humanity shit is what it is there, dude. I was gonna say Black Swan because that's what they were saying here on the Ron Paul thing. Yeah, warning, catastrophic Black Swan event coming late 2024, Rand Paul tells Tucker Carlson. I don't think it's going to be late, dude. I think it's going to be literally like in a week right now. It'll be a week from Monday, honestly, when that eclipse happens. I think that's going to be the first one of many, honestly. I mean, Ron Paul might be right about there being one late this year is what it is, but I think there's going to be one literally in April here is what it'll be. So, anyway, let's see. This is getting wild. Upcoming eclipse on April 8th will pass over 7 U.S. cities named. Okay, this is what Cora was telling me about the other day. Named Nayavai. That's what it is. Yeah, that is creepy, dude. By the way, I thought it was 8 cities actually. I know there was I know when the last eclipse happened in that like 2017, whatever it was like something similar to this, where it was like 5 or 6 cities then that had like a similar name. They're all Bible stuff is what it is there. So yeah, it's really kind of creepy actually when you think about it, man. So let's see what it says here. It says report earlier in response to NASA's report that total solar eclipse will occur April 8, 2024. New York authorities are warning New Yorkers to be prepared. Recent press conference by New York State Police officials warned residents to be prepared for cellular disruptions, slow 911 response calls, gridlock traffic, and food water demand during total solar eclipse. Said also included in the press release was a list of suggestions calling for residents to stock up on food, water, and fuel to their vehicles. It said the warning by New York State Police comes as the department looks to learn from their responses to the 2017 total solar eclipse. Let's see where we're at now. Okay. Building experiences. Yeah, it says Josh Staleman famously stepped down as CEO of Threes Brewing in Brooklyn, New York, a company he co-founded after he called Biden's BS mandates a crime against humanity. But he has not stopped him from speaking the truth. Said he recently posted a thread on X that includes some startling facts about the upcoming eclipse. The timing of the eclipse comes 6 days, 6 months, and 6 years, 6 days, 6 months after the last major eclipse in August 21st, 2017. So that's literally a 666 marks of the beast is what it is there. So actually, this comes out to slightly over 6 years and 7 months. It says, first, it is interesting that the last eclipse on August 21st, 2017, exactly 666, from this coming one, anyone that studies symbolism and numerology understands these numbers seem to play a relevant role in the world we don't see. It said, that's strange. And then said, Naivai is the name of the ancient Assyrian town. It gets more surreal, though. If you follow the path of the eclipse, it also crosses directly over 7 cities named that, not to mention Jonah, Texas, Rapture, Indiana, and the Ark in Kentucky. That is like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like this shit could legitimately be like the actual Rapture then, or like some kind of crazy ass like second coming of God, honestly, dude, or something, or second coming of Jesus Christ, or something like that's what it'd be. So, like I said, not very well versed in scripture, however, did find this key passage, and then it was posted there is what it was. So, yeah, fucking wild, man. That's some crazy shit, man. I'm gonna look up that name actually and see what pops up on it then. It's the oldest and most populous city in the ancient Assyrian Empire, situated on the east bank of the Tyrant River and encircled by the modern city of Mosul, Iraq. Okay, let's go ahead and look this up now. What I known for in the Bible is mentioned in the Bible, most notably on the book of Jonah, where it is associated with sin and vice. Prior to the fall, however, it was the largest urban center in the world. Had gardens around it, parks, zoo. Was regarded as a great cultural center. Interesting. And it's funny to me too, by the way, because it said 7, right? 7 of these towns are going to be having that there. The 7 deadly sins, greed, lust, gluttony, all that stuff like that. Interesting, dude. I feel like we are living in the supernatural universe right now in some cases. Because that's what it feels like, man. It feels like that end of that second season or whatever, going to I think it was the 3rd season of that show, where you literally had fucking the dude take the Colt pistol and shove it in that railroad track place and then twist it, and it literally unleashed that portal to hell basically, and all those demons went flying out along the tracks and shit. There's what it was. And then it was the next season was basically about the 7 deadly sins. Then is what it was there. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by it, honestly, if that's what it was, dude. That's what I'm saying. When I mentioned before about Supernatural not even being a TV series, but being a documentary now or something like that, dude, I would not be surprised by it all right now, dude, honestly. If that's what it actually was. It was a documentary saying, hey, everybody, this is what's about to go down here in this fucking world. So, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty wild to think about that, right? Because it's it could be, honestly, dude. It could seriously be the end of the fucking earth that we know it, honestly, at this point, dude. So, it's a scary thought to think about right now. It really is. And I think there's only a matter of time before we actually know the truth right now is what it'll be, dude. So, yeah, shit's about to get crazy, man. Real fucking crazy. That being said, 3 days from now, on the 1st, is going to be when the new season content starts for the Walking Dead Survivors game that I play, which is a really quick turnaround between seasons. And I think maybe we were one of the last ones to finish this go around. That's why what happened when it happened. But apparently, from what they were saying now, instead of it being because it obviously said season SX, but I guess now it's saying 8X is what it's saying. So it'd essentially be season 9 is what it technically would be. But yeah, it's just weird in general. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure some stuff out here tonight, though, to figure out exactly what I want to get my 214K worth of tokens into, whether it be Negan fragments or whether it be other stuff for that matter. Because I definitely need to get certain things out of it, and I'm not sure exactly what's going to be what right now. So I want to get as much as possible out of it, though, but I'm not exactly sure what I can get out of it, what I can't get out of it. So it'll be a whole fucking thing, though. But anyway, that being said, I think that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. If I still have power on April 8th, I will do a stream either during or after the actual eclipse itself. Because I think I'm going to try to be awake for that eclipse and stuff and hang out with some family and shit. And I'm not sure what's going to happen after that, though, because my aunt actually wanted to go where she's out at the farm right now in a different county. It's not going to be in her totality and stuff like that. So she wants to go to my other aunt's place. And so they're going to go there together and stuff like that and hang out and watch the eclipse together and have some food and stuff. So I don't know if we're all going to go there or not, or if it's just going to be a handful of them doing that or whatever. But I'm down for it if they want to have me there or not. I don't know if they really do or not, though. But yeah, it would have been one thing if mom was still around and the two of us could have gone there together. That would have been nice. But again, she's not now, and it kind of sucks. But doesn't mean I can't still have fun with some of the other family and stuff like that. So anyway, but yeah, it's kind of somber in a lot of cases, man, because you know, it's one of those things where I think when we're all together, we'll probably have a good cry with each other. Though is what it'll be. That being said, I honestly would almost prefer to be alone, if that makes sense, because I would rather be here and be armed and prepared just in case than be some other place that I don't know what's going to happen. If something does happen, and God forbid, I'm now stuck with my cousin, a couple of my cousins, and then my aunts and stuff like that, in some like random cul-de-sac, essentially, where I have maybe a gun on me at that point, and the rest of them are all unarmed at that point then, and something does go down. So I'd much rather be here at this house where I have access to like several guns and a bunch of ammo too, for that matter, and some extra mags for that matter as well on top of that. So, but yeah. So anyway, I finally got the shit with my card cleared up today too, for that matter, because these idiots, instead of just, which what they really should have done was they should have said, okay, it's been 10 days, you haven't gotten it in, we're just going to reorder it or whatever the case before you. Instead, I had to call them up again today, and they were like, oh, okay, you still haven't gotten it? Well, we could just reorder one for you. I'm like, yes, please do that. Thank you. And so she got that on the thing is what it is then. So it'll be, who the fuck knows how long more. Hopefully it's just like a week from now it'll be in then. But knowing them, it'll probably be like fucking 9-10 days then or some bullshit. So, anyway. I don't know, man. It's just fucking annoying though either way. But anywho, that being said, though, I think that's pretty much where I'm at for the day right now. I'm gonna go do a few things here and there, and literally try to figure out what the hell I'm trying to do right now is what it is. And then from there, I'm basically just gonna go and probably get something to eat pretty soon, actually, because I'm getting kind of hungry again. I was gonna try to do no meat today for Good Friday, but unfortunately, I don't have any like shrimp or anything up in the freezer there. So I pretty much have to eat a chicken dinner or go downstairs and get some pizza or something, that if that'd be the case then. So, it is what it is, man. I have no idea what I'll do for Easter Sunday. Maybe I'll get some fucking, try to thaw out some sausage or something like that, make some sausage burgers or something on the grill there is what it is. Maybe do them on the micro pro grill or something then in the microwave then. So maybe some fries with it or something. Problem is the way people move shit around in this place now. The fucking oven is like inaccessible currently because my sister's a fucking idiot. And then when I move it back though, it's going to be a pain in the ass because now it's going to be my fucking way again. The cart thing, because she hasn't taken that yet is what it is. So yeah, it's really just a fucking pain in the dick all the way around right now. But anyway. I don't know, man. Like, I kind of do want those pizzas right now, but then at the same time, I'm just like, like, what do I really want? And really, what I just want is like some food. Honestly, I don't really care where it's from or who makes it or if I make it or not. So, I know my cousin mentioned something about coming back tonight with a pizza, and he never did come back. That was what it was, and it's like, don't give me the fucking whatchamacallit, bro. Just come back with the food. Like, Adam's hungry, damn it. So, anyway. But nah, seriously though, I don't know, man. It's all fucking wild. I think there's a bunch of crazy shit about to happen in this country though, man. And my plan right now is to eat up most of this shit right now, honestly, that I have on hand before shit goes down then. And then basically I would have like some bread and some other things then that I could put some bread on. I mean, I guess I could always just do the other tuna sandwich that I had left materials of earlier because I did like 4 of them earlier that I ate for lunch is what it was. I don't really want that for dinner. That's what it is though. Like, honestly, I would do I'm like seriously considering just doing like a breakfast meal at this point on the fucking stovetop and just like doing like some bacon, eggs, and sausages or something like that and just saying fuck it. Like Jesus would understand, man. Big man's hungry. So, although to be fair, the whole Lent thing in general is quite literally because how am I trying to say this now? It is because they had no food back then in the desert and stuff like that. That's why you actually have to fast and everything like that. So you have like food now. It's like there's no real reason to do that, honestly. So I think that's the biggest problem I have with people nowadays is what it is. And I get it, you're trying to be, as close to Christ as possible, but at the same time, it's like, dude, no, you have fucking access to food. Like, eat the fucking food. If they had that stuff back then, they would have eaten the fucking sausage and the bacon and the fucking, the pork chops and the fucking whatever else there, the chicken, etc. So to sit there and act like they wouldn't is a lie, because they totally would have. 100% they would have. But anyway, I digress, though. I think we're only a matter of time before something goes down, though, in this nation, and I think it's going to be very, very soon, though. So, hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't know anymore, man. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. So, I would like to see us all make it through as well, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. I think some people will just die in this whole thing, and the ones who are, meant to survive are going to survive. The ones who are not meant to survive are not going to survive. And it's really as simple as that, honestly. So, and it's sad to say that, but it's the truth, man. So there is that. But anyway. Yeah, let's see how you fucking people are. So, you dirty, rotten SOBs. But anyway, do this right now while I'm on this account. Get my stuff on this one. Nice, I'll get 1,000 rubies tomorrow. From the day 56 is what will be there. But yeah, it's supposed to be the first. We're getting the next season content, though, for the main season. Or main region. And then I'll be just doing season 9 shit, then it'll be. So, fun times had by all. Anyway, but yeah, I was gonna get. We're about to see some crazy shit in this nation, dude. I believe, and really across this entire earth, so it'll be. So, shit's about to get real, real wild, real quick. So anyway, that being said, I seriously think that's where I'm at for the day right now, because I'm just getting tired now and I feel like passing out for a while. And I'm going to see about getting some food in my stomach before too long. So, which, knowing how hungry I am right now, I think maybe I'll just say fuck it and just make a TV dinner if that be the case, because it's just easier than sitting here and taking like a half hour, 45 minutes over it'll be to make like actual food then. Because even if I was able to put the oven on right now and move everything around and do the pizzas in there and stuff, that's still going to be like a good 20 minutes to heat that oven up, and another probably 20, 25 minutes for the fucking pizzas it'll be then. So, not really worth it at all on that one, man. Versus, I could literally go out there right now, grab a TV dinner, throw it in the microwave, and be done in like 10 minutes or so. And be eating in the next like 15 minutes is what it is. So, anyway, I think that's probably my best bet right now. It's full. I'm going to see if I can do a screen share on this one. Nope, still being a dick. Still being a dick and doing still framing in my face and stuff like that. God, I hate when that happens, man. Yeah, because we're in the full development right now of Strongest Survivor event, which is short range, long range transmissions, grabs, basic and expert assemblages. Ruby spend equals 500 per ruby. Ruby pack is 500, which is paying money obviously in the game. Building increase, 1 minute basically. I'm guessing building increase is 100, or no? Increase one build. Okay, that's what it was. Increase one building power by 100. Every minute of construction speed is 800. Research is 800, etc., etc. Damn it! I completely forgot we could do the other guys yesterday, the trainers or the combat dudes, because now we just have survivor power by plus 30 is what it is though. Although the nice thing here is you can get the veggies and the water and stuff like that right now, and have that be an increase on this one, which is what it should be too, by the way, for the fighter thing for the other day as well. So, which unfortunately is not, but nope. It doesn't call me right now actually. So. Okay, so that was my cousin calling. He's not coming over tonight, obviously, because it's after dark anyway. And his thing was apparently he'd not realized that Good Friday, the scrapyard place he was going to go to was closed. So he lit up all the stuff on the scrap thing and didn't realize it was getting close for the night. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, it's kind of funny in a weird way, though. So anyway. But yeah, that being said, though, that is legit where I'm at for the day right now because I am tired as fuck. Don't feel good. Don't really feel like doing any more talking tonight, and I am just over it, man. I am exhausted as fuck right now. And knowing he's going to be over here sometime tomorrow, I think I'm just going to go eat some food for a couple minutes here and then just go nap for a long ass time. That's what it'll be, and get something going then for the days it'll be, and figuring out different stuff here it'll be then. So, ooh, nice. Just got a long range out of that one. Fuck yeah. Bunch of good stuff out of that whole thing. But yeah, so anyway, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been interesting all the way around. And I will be back, like I said, sometime. I don't know if we'll do a Stand Your Ground Saturday tomorrow or not. I need to do that one about Kyle Korath, though, and a couple other people for that matter, too, as well. But I really don't know if I'll do that tomorrow or not, or if I'll just do whatever then. So, because like I said, I'm pretty tired. I don't feel really well, and I think I'm getting seriously sick. I think whatever the hell my sister had, she's fucking spreading it to me now. Is what it is, dude. Like she just left it in the house when she left or something like that kind of thing, and it's like, thanks a lot, kind of thing, you know. So I don't know. My throat's getting a little bit like raspy, I guess is what I'd say in some cases, and I know hers has been way bad all day. When she called me up earlier this afternoon to talk about a couple things, she sounded awful, bro. Like seriously bad off. So I'm hoping she's okay, but I don't know if she will be or not. But anyway, that being said, though, that is where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Join us again for the next one. I will be hopefully streaming again on Lovelace Erica's channel later this week, I think is what it'll be, with the next season's content, which will be we'll be fighting Ezekiel and stuff like that. Is what it'll be, and figuring out who the hell is going to be part of the upcoming shit show here. Hopefully, it's not the same assholes of season 8 then, because that would fucking suck. Hopefully, it'll be new people for season 9. Then is what it'll be, but who the fuck knows, man. Only time will tell. Usually, it should tell you who's actually going to be in the regions and stuff for the war packs and whatnot, but I don't know. Although, just our luck, it would be fucking our region and Killer Bee's region being in the same fucking war pack this time around or some shit. And it's just like, no! So, yeah, I couldn't even imagine the infighting on that one, dude. It'd be a fucking nightmare. So, I was watching Dracula Dead and loving it last night for the first time in some years. That movie holds up, bro. Like, it really does. I still need to watch Camp Nowhere. That's actually another thing I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to watch Camp Nowhere, I think, for the first time in, like, probably a good 5-6 years now. Maybe even longer than that, now I'm thinking about it. I think the last time I want to say the last time I watched it was pre-2020. And it held up then. So, as, like, childhood nostalgia, obviously. Fun fact about that movie, actually. There is 2 kids that starred in that movie who are now, like, in their 40s, I believe is what it is, or, like, mid to late 40s, actually, would be, that are both cult members. Obviously, one of them was the girl that became that Allison Mack chick, who was the next VM cult leadership chick. There's what it was. And then the guy was one of the main dudes. He was I'm trying to think of that guy's name just offhand. He was the one that played Zach in that movie. And he actually became I forget what the cult is that he joined, but it wasn't really like compared to like that next VM cult, his was like basically just like Hare Krishna shit, honestly. Like it wasn't really hurting nobody. It was just them like handing out like pamphlets to people and stuff like that is what it was, more or less. And like spiritual awakening crap or whatever the case be. So like his was more like Zen, I guess is what I'd say, but it still like technically qualifies as like a cult, basically is what it is. So but yeah, that dude's interesting though for sure. And I just think the whole thing is very, very interesting entirely, that you have that many different people in a movie. You got like 2 of the main people that are known people at this point who are literally cult members. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, like the fuck? Like what the hell is with you, Hollywood? Seriously, bro. Like the fuck, man? Why don't you knock it off, Hollywood? Stop going after the children, bruh. Seriously. But anyway. I always wish they had made a sequel to that movie, or like a sequel series or something like that. Set like a couple years down the road, maybe like half a decade or so. And it would have basically been about the kids going to college then or something. Because they really hinted at the end of that movie, actually. They just never did it, is what it was. I think maybe it's because Christopher Lloyd got too old. And then, obviously, Jonathan Jackson went and did his... was it Jonathan Jackson? Joshua Jackson? No, it's Jonathan Jackson. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan Jackson went and did all his stuff. Then he was doing, soaps and stuff back in those days. And, of course, he was in that Terminator show, Sarah Connor Chronicles, as Kyle Reese. One of the better actual shows he did, by the way, for those that never seen that. That dude's a really good underrated actor. And it is sad how he doesn't really get as many roles as he should there in Hollywood. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's not a child molester. So, and it's probably the fact that everybody's like, oh no, we're just going to ostracize you because you're not into the whole, circle of pedos and shit like that kind of thing. Which, in that case, I guess it's good to be ostracized, because it's like you're not going to fucking be doing shit to kids to get ahead and stuff in life, which is obviously the betterment of society. Then if that be the case, that you're not willing to go down that sick, depraved, disgusting road is what it is then. So, unlike pieces of shit like Seth Green, who actually have many, many times in their lives, Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg and all those other scumbags like that. So, but yeah, I'm going to figure some stuff out here and then figure out what I want to do for the rest of the night then, and probably watch NEA's chat later in a couple of hours. Or wait, is he even doing one tonight, or is he doing one with Duke now? I think about it. Because I think he was saying he was going to do one with Duke last night, if I'm not mistaken. Of Duke walking through the cornfields and shit. So, I don't know if that became a thing or not. But anyway. That being said, though, I am going to get the fuck out of here, though, because I am tired and I don't feel well. So, plus I really didn't sleep at all today. I literally got like 2 hours this morning, and then woke myself up. Which in reality, if I had known how much time I would have had left after that, I would have said fuck it and just went back to sleep. Because it ended up being something where we were supposed to go at like 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, because we're going to be over there at 10 o'clock or whatever. And instead, we ended up getting over there at like 11 or something because my cousin's dog got out and he had to go chase it down. And then he ended up going out for breakfast after the fact. And it's like, yeah, so I basically had another hour I could have done stuff then. Like slept, specifically. Or gotten a better shower, honestly, for that matter. Instead of like the 5-minute one I took to get ready today. So, but it is what it is, man. I'm going to do what needs to be done then and go from there is what it'll be, and hopefully get some stuff done then and work on some things here and figure some shit out, do what needs to be done then. So swear these people went after a fucking thing earlier. Oh, they went 2 things actually. Yep, found it now. Let me go ahead and grab on that then, because that's almost done. So, all right. So we got that one there. We got another one over here that nobody's really gotten at, so we'll get those 2. All right. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see, though, if that Navea, I think is how to pronounce it, if that city, the towns that are named after that actually do end up becoming like some kind of crazy rapture points or something in this country. It would be kind of wild, actually, is if it was kind of like that show, The Leftovers, where it was actually the shit went down there or whatever, and you actually had people who just like disappear out of nowhere from those places, that'd be fucking freaky, man. Like that'd be some freaky shit right there, honestly. And I'm not even gonna fucking lie on that one, bro. Like that would be some straight up trippy shit, honestly. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see though. Who's to say? Who knows? Only time will tell. I think we're in for some interesting times ahead, though, for sure. And I think there's only a matter of time before we actually start seeing like all the craziness happen in this country at once. So, my best advice to everybody is be armed and be prepared for what's to come next. And it might be, you know, nothing, but it might be something, honestly. And it's like, I would rather be fully prepared for anything than be caught with my fucking pants down right now, having no idea what's happening and have no way to communicate with anybody for that matter, and just be fucked basically. So, anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I'll be back probably tomorrow night, depending, for Stand Your Ground Saturday. Hopefully, Corey decides to come on the chat. I know he's going through some stuff. I know he's going through some more stuff today, is what it was. I don't know exactly what it was about. He didn't tell me, but hopefully he can get his stuff together. There is what it is, and won't be an issue then in the coming time span of life here, and he can actually just get back to square one, is what it is then. So I'd love to be able to help that man, but unfortunately, I'm not in a financial situation where I can do that for him because I can't even really help myself right now because till this house sells, I have no income coming in at all right now, dude. And even then, it's going to be limited funds I got to live on for years then, since the assholes with disability haven't given me my fucking money yet either. So, but yeah, I'm praying for him though, man. I really am. I'm hoping he can get his pretty soon and then get in on some stuff there, so it'll be get some back pay for him, and then not really be an issue for him if that be the case. And he can get a bunch of his stuff back that he's wanted to get. So, because unfortunately he's had to sell many things he didn't really want to sell there, and I don't blame him for deciding, hey, priority is sell this thing and keep a roof over your head for the month or whatever it's going to be there. So I don't think it's quite that dire, but it is, from my understanding, not great, and that's all I'll say about that one. So, and leave it at that one. So anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting to see, and I think, like I said, only time will tell if things will work out for all of us or not, or if it'll be a situation where we have. I could just scrape my finger real bad. If we have, or I didn't scrape it, would I probably paper cut it earlier, maybe? Yeah, this looks like a weird ass paper cut or something I got on my finger right now. Probably from that book I was fucking with earlier. That sucks. But yeah, anyway. What was I saying then? But yeah, things need to change for a lot of us right now, and unfortunately nothing will change until, a lot of the fuckery in this country is dealt with accordingly. And until then, it's basically just going to be a giant shit show over and over again. And we're all going to be in a fucking hell storm. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you can't get ahead at all. And then sometimes you just have people who, try to have your back and do what's best for, both of you in the long run. And hopefully that'll happen for Corey, is what it is. So keep your head up, kid. That's all I got to say about that one. I say kid because literally he's like 6 months younger than I am or something. Actually, it might not be that long. I think maybe we already had a birthday this year, so it's only like a few months actually. So, But nah, seriously, he's like, I think we were born the same year actually. But nah, seriously, man, like you were a hit up guy. I think you and I both know things will get better at some point. It's just a matter of time before they do. And unfortunately, it's, God's trials and tribulations until then. So for many of us, some of them, that's the thing. And my mom always used to tell me back in the day, she said, her belief in God was huge, man. And she was always like, you know what? God only puts as much on you as you can handle. And the thing is, I don't know if that's true anymore, man. Because if, and I'm not going to sit here and say God isn't real and everything like that, but like what I will say is like, if there really were truly a higher power, like why is she not here with us right now? Like why would he have let her take the fucking shit that eventually took her life as what it was? So the same bullshit that, by the way, recently took the life of ex-state rep Brigid Kelly. So although hers obviously was a side effect of cancer, then is what it was. So anyway. But yeah, it's just a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. I really fucking hate all of it, man. It sucks. It's terrible. It just... everything is shit, man. Legitimately. So... that being said, there is a movie from the 1990s called Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. It is a really fucking weird movie, and I think it may actually be I think it could be categorized as the first ever transgender movie in history that Hollywood did. And this is back in like the 1990s, where it was supposed to be like a comedy / horror, I guess is what it would be. But now people would probably look back on it and be like, "Oh no, that's totally a great That's totally a great movie, man." All these fucking training people and stuff like that. So, yeah, shit's wild, man. It really is. And like I said, it's only a matter of time before you start seeing all kinds of fuckery going on right now. I am retarded. I should do that right now. So. One of the guys is firing up some stuff that I want to be part of right now, so put some Neosporin on his finger actually a little bit here and see if that doesn't help out or not. So anyway, but yeah, other than that though, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been crazy. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention earlier in the episode. There is a video going around now out of, I believe it is Louisiana, of a bunch of fucking ghetto pieces of shit literally teaching small children under the age of like 7 how to fucking torque and stuff, dude. Or, torque, whatever it is. Shaking their ass basically like a fucking retarded fucking ape or something like that is what it is, dude. And it's people in not Buzz Lightyear, Woody costume and a Jesse costume. They're the ones doing the shit that like teaches kids how to do this crap. And it's like every single adult involved in that needs to be arrested for fucking child abuse on the spot and needs to never have fucking voting rights in this country ever again, because fuck all these people, dude. Like, you people are the worst fucking representation of anything in this entire nation right now. You are absolute shit adults. You are shit at life, and you have no business having any fucking voting rights in this country ever again, is what it is. Or being on any kind of fucking government assistance program for that matter either. Ever again. I'm just done. I'm done with these fucking people, man. 2024 is going to become the year I'm just fucking over these fuckers, man, and be done with it. Because there is no reason to put up with this crap anymore, man, from these fucking ass clowns. Enough is enough, basically, is what it is. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see y'all in the next one. Have a great one, y'all. We'll probably do Stand Your Ground Saturday tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, though, because I've debated about times, obviously, for that. Like, it might be like 5:30, 6:30, someplace in there. Or it might be like 10:30, 11:30, depending on when I'm actually awake for it is what it would be, really. Because I kind of want to do it before match chat, honestly, because after his chats, I'm like so tired anyway if I even make it past those things. Because of my sleep schedule is anymore. But at the same time, I'm just like, do I want to do anything here? Like, maybe I do, maybe I don't, kind of thing, you know? So, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. But I definitely do want to, do something again there is what it is. And I feel like there's enough self-defense going on in this country right now that we should talk more about it is what it is, So, it's better to have this stuff on the books than be, caught with your pants down kind of thing is what it is there. So, anyway. But, yeah, other than that, though, like I said, it's been a good time had by all. I'm probably going to have to go get a lottery ticket tomorrow, actually, for the Mega Million, or not Mega Millions, the Powerball, because that's still above quite a bit of money right now. So, actually, that would be a hell of an Easter present right now, dude. Like, maybe that's what the whole thing was. Maybe it was mom, kind of testing me or whatever the case being like, yeah, Adam, we're not going to give you we're not going to give you the Mega Millions numbers, whatever the case be. But you know what? That number set will hit on the fucking Powerball kind of thing or something like that then, right before Easter Sunday. Because that really would be like a rise of Jesus moment for me personally. Actually, truthfully, that would completely restore my faith in higher powers at that point, dude, if I did hit the lottery then tomorrow. And I would seriously immediately give like millions off of that to random Christian denominations then. Including my own personal church that I used to go to, and then other places too, for that matter, within the Catholic faith is what it is. So, and of course, hand money to some of our good pals like Corey, etc., that really need it right now. Anonymously give him like $100,000 or something like that's what it'd be, or something. Maybe $1 million or something. That'd be the case. Like 10 different denominations, like $100K a piece or something like that would it be, though. Or randomly just like weird numbers here and there is what it would be. Like 114K here, like 137 there, et cetera, kind of shit like that is what it would be. Like just to fuck with the set is what it would be then. You'd be like, where's all this money coming from? Why is it such weird denominations? And yeah, it'd totally be from me. So. But I don't know, man. It'd be nice to hit something right now because, like I said, I could definitely use it. It means not having to sell this place if I was able to get that money. So that'd be fucking awesome. And then, yeah, it would just be nice to be able to be stable for a while, Not have to worry about all the stupid bullshit is what it is, man. And actually be able to just go out there and have some fun then. Before everything goes to shit, So, I don't know. Something to think about, though. What would you do if you actually did have the ability to hit it big? Like, would you go all in, or would you just, take the lumps and stuff? So, I don't know. I think for me personally, I'd definitely go ahead and take the lump sum for sure, because it wouldn't really matter what it is at that point, because it's going to be money in my pocket right then and there. And then if I could make, and that's the thing too, by the way, if I was able to hit it and then be able to do stuff with it like almost immediately, which, I'm not sure exactly how it would work on that one. Because God forbid, like grid down does happen on the 8th and shit, then I'd just be fucked. I'd be a paper millionaire basically. I'd be at that point then, because it would be, you technically should be a multimillionaire, but it's all, ones and zeros disappear now is what it is then. So I don't know, man. Shit's getting wild though. So only time will tell now. But this person will say here. Some chick some teacher, some bitch who's going to be a teacher in this country talking about destroying the family unit is what it is there. Donald Trump picture incident sent Kathy Griffin to a psych ward for 3 days. That was just still being a fucking nuthouse at this point, man. Seriously. Oh my god. The fucking hair hat thing that I got at the place today for 50 cents is exactly what fucking Joy Reid's ass is wearing in this video. Like that same kind of deal there. That's exactly what it is, dude. It's like some kind of cap thing or whatever. That's funny. That's really funny. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. This is that one thing I was talking about. There is, it says Joy Reid posted a bizarre rant last night on TikTok about DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion shit. Well, when she's a racist, black supremacist cunt, what the fuck do you expect, people? God damn. It's like people are beating some dude to death in Mexico here on this one. Obviously, not gonna watch it, but fucking wild, man. Lizzo quits music in public statement. Interesting. That was about an hour ago she made this statement, I guess. Good. That's all I gotta say on that one. You suck, bitch. You fucking destroyed our country's history by taking one of the founding fathers' flutes and playing it like a dumb fucking cunt you are. Fucking disgrace to this fucking entire country, bitch. So... people were talking about a little bitch who was the TikTok influencer. Okay, let's see what it says about this motherfucker right now. See, in custody after videos of legal loopholes. We got 4 hours ago. Illegal alien who went TikTok viral, urging others to squat in people's homes, arrested by ICE. Where exactly did he get busted, though, is my question. That's a damn good question. Let's find this out if we can find it out right now. Let's see. Okay, let's see where we're at now. ICE facility, Department of Homeland Security, Florida court. Yeah, there's a possible address listed here in Ohio. It's also in Ohio. Some other piece of shit is another man taking advantage of the system and gaps in intelligence. So law enforcement say in Butler County so that this piece of shit, Furman Garcia Gonzalez, has been on Sheriff Richard Jones' jail 11 times using 7 different names and 3 different birth dates. So according to Jones, Garcia Gutierrez has been reported 8 times, yet the 46-year-old keeps returning successfully. He's been deported is what they're saying there. Yeah, I said reported, not deported, so that's not me. It's they're being stupid there is what it is. See, latest arrest was for possession of drugs and weapons while intoxicated and obstructing justice. So here's my thing, right? So this guy illegally breaks into our country at least 8 times. Just put a fucking bullet in his head, dude. Seriously. Like, we have standard ground laws in this country, by the way, in the state of Ohio. Like, pretty sure anybody that gives a fuck would be like, hey, cop, you know, you just put that guy down. Okay, cool. Good job. You know? Like, that's the whole point, dude. Like, stop letting these fuckers live. For real. Like, stop letting their bitch asses fucking survive the shit, man. If they're gonna commit at least 8 different felonies breaking our damn country right now, enough is enough of this shit, really, man. Like, give them a fucking desert march someplace. Is what it is, dude. For real. Huh. That is a weird looking caliber. It almost looks like 5.56, but it's almost like nail point rounds or something in it. It's fucking weird, man. Maybe that's like a 5.7 variant or something. I don't know. That's really fucking weird. I just put it on the X page right now, so. Let's see what we got this one now. Let's see, we need actions from elected officials and FBI. Now sent a video released by Misfit Patriot, which shows FBI came to the door in Texas to talk about social media posts. What did he do to deserve this? Oh, you mean exactly what happened to my ass, by the way? With the video I posted like 5 years ago? As a what if scenario, these fuckers came knocking on my door? Cross-dressing man impregnated his own sister as a surrogate so he could be a gay dad. What the fuck is going on with this country, man? Oh my god, man. We are doomed. Jesus. Some dude talking about fucking AOC's dumbass here. I think it means we didn't know who she was. Would you fuck her? The answer is no. Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, she's not a bad, like, that's the thing, right? Like, she's not a bad looking chick, right? Like, she's not terrible looking. She's not the best looking girl, whatever the case be, dude. But like, the problem is she's so fucking retarded and has no business being in any position of power in this country. So, or any country for that matter. And my whole thing is, it's like, you know, yeah, it's hard to say, man. I don't know if this is a new video or an old video of Kevin Bacon proving that he's a fucking child molester. But it's apparently going around again right now if it is old. which is Kevin Bacon defends drag, arguing that it is a right and that it can be used to educate. Shut the fuck up, you fucking child molesting piece of shit. Well, for those who don't know, Kevin Bacon literally had to start acting again in that show The Following and a few other things like that because his dumbass literally invested millions of his personal wealth with Bernie Madoff. And it's also the reason why his wife, Kira Sedgwick, had to go work on that closer show for more years than she wanted to, was because they needed the fucking money. So, it's pretty funny, actually. So, this is fucking weird to me, by the way, and this is something I do want to talk about before I leave today, and this is going to be the last thing we're talking about today, actually. So, the conjoined twin chicks, Abby Hensel and her sister Brittany. Abby, who is one of the two there, is now married to this guy. But the thing is, technically, her sister is also married to that guy because you share a body and, as far as I'm aware, a vagina. So if this guy's fucking one of you, he's fucking both of you. Yeah, conjoined twins are fucking weird, man. Especially with shit like this, where they're only like half a person, basically. Because if you like slice these chicks down the middle, like you would have like one arm here and one arm there. So yeah, essentially what they should say is conjoined twins, Abby and Brittany married this dude, this Army veteran. So, because that's the real truth. Obviously, they can't say that though because it'd be polygamy, technically speaking. But like, I mean, it technically is polygamy anyway because it's like they're conjoined fucking twins, dude. So, okay, let's see what we got here now. We got, okay, this is the Misfit Patriot person 13 hours ago saying this stuff here. This is 3 minutes long or so, give or take. And it says, let's see, pull this up right now. It said March 8th, which would be 3 weeks ago now. 2 men stating that they were FBI showed up to my house to talk to me about, quote, social media posts. Asked one of them if there was a specific post they were concerned about, and they said no. They said they reviewed my content and found nothing illegal, but insisted on speaking to me anyway. I referred them to my lawyer, who has reached out multiple times with no response. Today, I'm headed up to jump on Drinking Bros podcast to discuss in further detail and what I plan to do next. Hopefully, they sue the shit out of them at this point, dude. It says sunlights. The best disinfectant, so let's open the fucking shades in this bitch. Yeah. For real. And the thing is, yeah, they come back with a warrant, doormat. So, but the entire point of the matter is, though, it's like, I actually, when I was with my cousins today, even, we were talking about some stuff, and my one cousin had his phone on, and they were talking about, I guess, here on YouTube, there's feds that are now talking about people that watch other people's channels and stuff like that for like live streams. They didn't specifically state any particular live stream or whatever the case be. They're like, oh yeah, they're just gonna monitor your content now and shit. And it's like, you're gonna what now? You're gonna violate my Fourth Amendment rights? How? Go fuck yourself, cunts. And this again goes back to fucking Trump, even not just Trump, Biden, Obama, fucking Bush too, Bill Clinton, all of them, dude. Anybody that was directly responsible or indirectly responsible for the National Defense Authorization Act ever being a thing in this country and ripping that shit whenever they were in the presidency is what it is. Because that piece of crap is what allows for these fucking warrantless wiretappings and stuff like that. What allows for fucking bullshit against American people like this, dude. And yet, meanwhile, you have a literal fucking network of child molesters on this fucking site right now, dude. Of people that call themselves MAPS. Of people that literally fucking brag about raping children and stuff like that, dude. And yet they aren't being dealt with. They aren't being investigated. They aren't being monitored for this kind of stuff. No, but it's going to be the right-wing people, like myself and others, pro-Trump people like myself and others, who are gonna catch this fucking brunt again, dude. And I'll be goddamn sick and tired of this shit, man. Is what it is. So fuck all these people right now. Is what my whole point is right now, dude. Because it's fucking bullshit. It's absolute fucking bullshit. It's a violation of all of our fucking constitutional rights. It's a violation of our Fourth Amendment rights to illegal search and seizure. And it's just shit across the board right now, dude. And I'm fucking sick of it, honestly. And this fucking thing right here with the feds even highlights that shit, dude. Where it's just a bunch of scumbag motherfuckers trying to fuck with this guy. So, yeah, somebody said, where the fuck do we live in Eastern Europe? And this guy said in the 1930s, apparently. So, it's like somebody shooting fireworks off outside right now. Anyway, that being said, I am fucking starving right now, so I'm definitely ending the stream right now, dude, because I gotta go get something to fucking eat, like, right now. So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. Be armed. Be vigilant. Stay vigilant. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to come down the pipe. I assume that April 8th will be a fucking Black Swan event, false flag attack, something like that's what it'll be. I don't know if they're going to take the power out that day or what it's going to be, dude, or if they'll just shut off the internet maybe for a couple days. You know, Duke and I and Tactical Muffin Top, people were talking about that last night on Tactical's first stream about how we want to take a couple weeks to, like, have them flip the switches, what it is then, before people will be begging for fucking, you know, luxuries and amenities and stuff like that again. So, I don't know, man. Maybe. So, anyway, but, yeah. Sorry, hit the wrong button. I'm muting myself instead of actually going like this. So, yeah, people are definitely letting off fireworks outside right now. So, anyway, I'm going to go make some food, though, and get something to eat then before Matt and Duke have their get-together chat over tonight. So, it's been fun, y'all. Later.